Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Lipstick Lips, back to you with another, not a tutorial, but a chit-chat storytelling thing. I feel like this is my beauty channel, and anything that I do related to beauty or upkeep or maintenance of the body, I can share with you guys and give you an insight on my experience, because you know, most of the stuff I'm not a super professional. I just can only give you my take on my experience with it. As you can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about the first time I went and got a Brazilian wax. So if you don't like the topics, or you don't like to hear the word vagina or crotch or cunt, or I don't know, I say a lot of fuck, I don't say cunt, that is fucking stupid. Stop watching and go to some other videos or whatever, it doesn't matter to me. But I'm just going to give you guys my experience on the first time I got a Brazilian wax, and is it worth it, and if you guys should try it or not, and just, you know, make you a little bit more comfortable. Me personally, I am a type of person, I don't like hair. I am not a hair person. I'm not like a trim and like let it sit type person. I like no fucking hair on my lower extremities, like none at all. So what I do is I used to shave. I used to shave all the time. Like, and come on, we all know that fucking vagina hair grows back in like 11 minutes, and that shit used to piss me off. I couldn't stand it. You shave and then you get out the shower and you got fucking hair again, and it's like whatever. And like over time, like the razor, like the razors they give us for females are like shitty, kind of. So over time you get like ingrown hairs or like razor bumps or stuff like that, and I just don't, I can't. I went to a time where like I didn't want to shave like every other day, because that's when you get like ingrown hairs or razor bumps or whatever. So I had to wait like a week, and in that time period your hair grows back, and then you got to sit with hair, and I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. So on to the future, I decided to upgrade. One of my friends told me about like Nair or whatever. So for some reason when I was a kid, I was always like afraid of Nair. Like it just, I look at it and I never touched it. I remember my earliest memory when I was about 4, and I think I was running through the house with Nair in my hand, and my grandma, I'm like running with it in my hand, and my grandma was like, don't ever touch that again, your hair is all gonna fall out. So you know, growing up, that's like in my conscience. Every time I look at Nair, I'm like, oh no, that's gonna make all my hair fall out, and I don't want that. But my friend told me about using Nair down there, and I don't even think you're supposed to use that, but I was so tired of shaving so much, I just was like, you know, let me try it or whatever. So I used the Nair, and I had not a bad reaction, but my skin was just like not with it. So I don't think it goes there. So don't try Nair to remove pubic hair. I didn't go deep, like down to where my, you know, where it's open at, but I just was like at the top or whatever, and just don't use Nair in my opinion. So back to shaving again. I had to get the razors again because I just didn't like how that feel. So I think I don't know, I think I saw a waxing product at one of my friend's house, and I was like, oh, do you wax or whatever? And they said yeah, and I'm like, you know, do you like it? And they tell me blah blah blah, and you know me, I ain't scared of shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna like go or whatever. One thing I didn't want to do is, like, I know like waxing is kind of expensive. It's like $50, and once you start an upkeep, you got to keep it going. It's not like you could go once and then stop. And I'm like, damn, do I want another bill in my life? So I thought about it. Finally I said fuck it. So I went to a European wax. I don't know what wax company is in your area, but I have European wax is pretty popular around here. It might be pretty popular where you are. If you're in the tri-state area, you know, Philly, New Jersey, Delaware, I don't fucking know. But I use I'm not being sponsored by them. It sounds like I am, but I'm really not. They don't fuck with me. I just go there. When I went, the first time I went, it was half off because it was my first time. So I paid $25, I guess, to see if you like it or whatever. And I was ready. I went in there, and I don't know, back in the day, they said they used to have the wax that like came on the sheets of paper. Like you just pull the sheets of paper and it's already like sticky shit on there, you place it on your skin and you rip it off. Well, now they have the technology, I don't know if you saw on Instagram, where they take the wax and mix it. You know, from my knowledge, they didn't always have that shit that we always see that you mix up in the melting pot. And they use that, they said it doesn't rip off the skin and doesn't hurt as bad. But when I tell you that shit hurt, they put it on, the wax is kind of warm, but like, the first time, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to make you think that it's not going to hurt, but that shit hurts. Like, it really hurts. Like your pubic hairs are fucking strong, first of all, because the shit grows back like it's indestructible anyway. And then like you ripping it out of, you know, your skin or whatever, it really fucking hurts. And I don't know, when the first time I got it done, it took about I want to say like 15 minutes to get it done, because they got to keep going over because the hairs are so strong. And when I say that shit hurt so bad, like I was sweating. They put you on the little table thing, and like the whole table was wet, like because it's that plastic cloth shit, and it was just all wet because I was sweating. And the shit hurts. But when I got it done, they did it. It took about 15 minutes. The shit hurt. Now with a Brazilian wax, they do they take everything off, and then they got to do like in your crack, because you grow hair like in your buttocks area too. So it was kind of funny because they make you like turn over, and like you got to spread your cheeks, and they put the wax there, and like they but that was the least bit of pain. But that's exactly what they do. Some people, you know, make you put your knees up to your chest, and then they wax it that way, or they make you turn over and like spread your cheeks, and then they, you know, get the hair that way. But I don't know, when I left, I felt like free. Like it was just like smooth as hell. It was like airy, and I was like, no hair down there. I thought it was worth it for me to go back a second time. The second time I had to pay $50 instead of the first $25. When I went the second time, it didn't hurt as bad because they explained to you that the first time it's gonna hurt. Oh yeah, when I first went, remember I told you I was like shaving and stuff, so I think I probably shaved like 3 days prior, and when I went, they sent me back because they said my hairs are too short, and because you shaved last, it messes up the hair. I don't know the science behind it, but they sent me back home and told me to come back in like a week and everything. So I had to be technically wolfing to go back, and that was kind of pissing me off. I wanted to shave so bad, but they finally let me go. So if you do go, make sure you don't shave for like a week and a half, or probably maybe longer, because they said the longer the hair, the better. So don't shave. The second time I went, it was much easier. The hair came off pretty easy. It still hurts. I'm not gonna say like it doesn't hurt when you go back, but I just like the hair removed, and it's worth it. And it was actually shorter because they didn't have to keep going over. Like the hairs came out much easier, and it wasn't you know, as like tough before because it was already snatched out. You know what I mean? And yeah. So I think I'm on like round 6, and I go you can go every 6 weeks, every 4 weeks. Some people go a little bit more frequent, or is frequent a word? More frequent than 4 weeks, I think. But I think 4 weeks is the minimum. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not a waxer, but I go every 4 weeks. You can go every 6 weeks, every 5 weeks, or something like that. But yeah, my experience was pretty cool. But you know me, like I have tattoos, I have piercings, and like pain is like not really. It doesn't deter me from doing things. Like they say, oh, that shit is gonna hurt. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm with it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe I'm sick in the head or weird like that. But it was okay to me. Like, you can stand the pain, you won't die. So if you know, don't like the wax and don't like the shaving thing, then you know, go get the wax and just fuck it. Like it's not that serious. It's really quick. The first time is going to hurt, the second time not so much, but I love the experience. I keep going. It's part of it's a bill now. Every month I gotta pay $50 to get my wax, but I love it, and I can't stop. I just can't stop. So I think I'm gonna be doing it for the rest of my life. Also, when you keep doing it, the hair grows back. It takes a long time to grow back, for one. And it grows back sparse. So when it does start growing back and you gotta go for your second time, it's like sparse hairs. It's not like a full bush like it used to be. And that also contributes into why it doesn't hurt as much as it did the first time. If you get my drift, if that makes sense. I would personally recommend, you know, getting waxing. If you can afford it, just get the waxing. I do not suggest waxing on your own, because I've asked. Every time I go in for a wax, me and the wax, the technician, are they what they call waxies? I don't know. But we always have conversation. I figure if you're looking at my vagina, we might as well talk about life and where you work and what you do. And every time I asked a different person every time, I said, you try to do it yourself? And they say, you know, they attempted to, but it never is. They can't get it as good as if somebody else does it, and the glue thing gets everywhere, and they said they don't suggest it. That was my experience, and that's how I feel about it. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comment bar below, and I'll definitely answer your questions for you. And if you feel like you don't, I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to get out of this, or my exit strategy. But thanks guys for watching, and until next time, bye.